You know, it's just a great honor to be here today. I want to thank everybody with the Gator Bowl, the city of Jacksonville. It's been a great experience. I would be lying if I didn't tell you a very hectic one. It's not usually the way you get ready for a bowl game with 8 days notice, but we take it any way we can get it, and we're really, really happy about being here, excited about playing in the game. The players have had a tremendous time, and now it's time to play, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, we'll open it up for questions for the players or Coach Schiano. We've got a microphone, so put your hand up. We'll start here in the middle, yes. Name and affiliation, please. Thank you.
Sure. Gary Smith, Florida Times Union. Coach, thanks for being here. At this point, can we assume that you guys are going to be okay from a health standpoint to play the game?
Sure can.
Okay. And second of all, looking back over the last 6 or 7 days, you talk about the hectic nature of this. If somebody told you this is going to happen, are you surprised that you were able to mobilize this quickly in retrospect? And maybe what does that say for the people involved in your program for the fact that you were able to do that?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, is that I'm not surprised because of the people who work at Rutgers and the players that we have at Rutgers. When A&M pulled out of the game, jokingly, I called one of my guys that work with us, and I said, hey, you want to go to a bowl game? Literally joking. A half hour later, he called back and said, hey, that may not be too far from the truth. And I called the people who head the departments. I said, can we do this? They said yes. I said, okay. Then I reached out and asked a few of the guys if they want to do it, because I didn't want to be the only one that wanted to do it. And our players were great. Let's go, coach. And before I could get to them all, Johnny Langan texted me, Gator Bowl, let's go. So, you know, with the Gator emoji, these guys with the emojis. So I kind of got the feel, okay, they want to do it. And then we waited to see if we were going to be the team that got to come.
Here in the front row on the left, we'll get to you next, sir.
Yes, good morning. Andrew Snorton, Status Network. This is a question for Julius Turner. We've heard of the notion of stay ready. How would you explain, let's say, the stay ready mentality is helping you as you're preparing for this week's game?
You said what mentality? Stay ready?
Stay ready. Stay ready.
Stay ready.
Stay ready?
Stay ready.
Oh,
yes,
yeah. Well, I mean, we have a kind of mentality over here is CHOP, and we just, you know, always ready for anything. Like Coach said, I was surprised how you got everybody up here. Like, during COVID, we've been through a lot, and it's been so much that we have to do and maneuver and work through. So I knew he was going to have a plan. I knew he was going to have us prepared to everybody else to get up here. So, yep, we ready, and we're chopping too.
On the front row, yes, sir.
Greg, Keith Sargent, NJ.com. Do you look at a bowl game as almost like an homage to players or your veteran guys to get them in and start them, or as like a building block and try to play as many young guys as possible and kind of focus on 2022? How do you just go into it from that thinking?
Well, the bowl experience I look at as a reward for your team. You know, I think you have to make that something that they look back on as a great memory and enjoyable thing. Now, when you have the full time to get ready, we do it differently. We have a phase one, which is developmental phase, and that is always the young guys getting the predominance of the reps. So these guys would have come out maybe for 30, 40 minutes just to stay in shape and do some football stuff, and then they would go in, and the young kids would then practice for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We didn't get that, right? We had 4 practices to get ready. So this was truly a game week. But in a regular setting, once you get to the site, we've always treated it, this is a reward for the guys, and that's why the game plan's always installed before you get there, and then you shine it up at the bowl site. This has been different. This has been putting the game plan together, you know, as we go. So that's why my voice sounds like it does.
Here on the right side, and we'll go to the front row next.
Cameron Devereaux, Demi Deacon Digest. Coach Schiano, Dave Clawson the other day mentioned that you made a little pit stop after his first year at Wake Forest. What's your recollection of how the team looked then, and how does they look right now? We're about to play them tomorrow.
Yeah, Dave and I have known each other for, I guess it's like 30 years. He's made a few pit stops with where I've worked, many pit stops, actually. My wife and I were laughing this morning. We were probably both, 25, 26, had no money. So they came to visit. I was a GA at Penn State, And she made us, I didn't remember this, but she says, yeah, I cooked all of you guys dinner, and you sat there and drew on the board. I said, oh, yeah, it sounds like us. So, but yeah, it's been 30 years and a great relationship. Dave, I have the utmost respect for. He's a guy that I, over the years, have called and bounced things off and vice versa. Yeah, so when I was down there, it was when I got let go at Tampa, I kind of went around on a world tour and visited a lot of places. And I really enjoyed that visit. And now I understand it's totally different. Like, they had the little office and now I hear the facilities are off the charts, and good for him. He's built a heck of a program there. He's, like I said, one of the guys that I respect most in this profession.
Let's go front row in the middle. Any other questions? Put your hand up. We'll get to you in the second row next. You third. Yes.
Greg, Chris Eisman from the Bergen Record. We spoke a lot last season about how, because it was so strange and needing to adjust quickly and pivot. I mean, how much do you feel like that prepared you guys for this current situation of just being ready to go as soon as you needed to?
Great question, Chris, and that's something that Julius referred to. You know, we were one of 2 teams, I believe, in the Big Ten Conference that played every game on our schedule. That didn't happen by accident. These guys were unbelievable in what they sacrificed to make sure we could play. So that gave me great confidence that if they wanted to do this like they wanted to do that, we would be able to get ready and get mobilized. Now, I understand the disadvantages. You know, we have a group that's been preparing and in football shape and all those things. But as I told our guys, who cares, right? We'll get it as good as we can, and then let's go out and figure it out. We'll figure it out on Friday, and I think these guys are ready to figure it out.
Second row. Yes, sir.
Justin Lewis from the Times Union. Adam,